you have to mute your microphones and your cameras and enjoy our lesson, inshallah. So, last time we stopped at rule number 5. So, we're going to have a quick review for everything that we had to spell it right. We said that no word ends with V or J except the word spev, and explain the meaning of this word. And after that, we have this rule that any Q gets a U after it, like quick, queen, quarrel, and any other word with Q letter takes U after it. Rule 3 that let's say explains the rule of EI or IE. We said it's all the time IE except after C or when it sounds like A, like neighbor or way. And we had some examples and we answered this week together. It was week 28, I remember. And we answered these questions together in homework too. So we finished that and went to rule 4, the usage of able and able, ABLE and IBLE, and how to differentiate between them. And we had some examples and homework in the book. We're going to start from here today because many of the students have this mistake. So great. Back again, sort of from the interruption. The suffix seed. Some words end with the suffix seed, but we have 3 suffixes in the same sound, seed. The suffix C, double ED, the suffix SEDE, the suffix CEDE. So how to differentiate between them? We're going to think about it like this. Succeed, exceed, proceed. Only these 3 words take CEED. In all English, only these 3 words. Succeed, exceed, and proceed. These 3 words with CEED. While only there is 1 word with the suffix SEDE, which is supersede. Supersede means to replace, to take the places of something. Like the WhatsApp messaging superseded the old mail. Okay, so supersede to take the place of someone or something. After that, the last word, or the last idea here, or the last suffix CEDE, this suffix comes with all the other words, like intercede, antecede, and proceed, and so on. Any other word, take CEDE, with only 1 word with SEDE, supersede, and 3 words with CEED. Now, for rule number 6, it's nothing. Nothing is impossible. Just that's for you. It's not a spelling rule. Just think about yourself, about your life, and make a plan for yourself. Don't just go like that. And when you're doing this plan, think that there is nothing impossible. Rule 7. Today we're going to speak about L. If you have CVC at the end of the word, any word that you have CVC, of course you know the CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, and this last consonant is letter L. If L comes at the end and there is a vowel before it, when you add a suffix that has a vowel, you have to double the L all the time, whatever happens, regardless to the accent. It has a stress or not, don't care, just double the L. Like cancel, with ED it will be cancelled. Travel, with ER, traveler. Signaling, metallic, and so on. So just L at the end, with a suffix starting with vowel, you need to double the L. Whatever happens, double the L. Do we have exception? Yes, we have exceptions. So for this rule, we can say that all the L's must be doubled when you add another suffix with ing, like travel, traveler, panel, paneling, and so on. We have exceptions. Yes, we have. The first exception is the word parallel. One word. This word is never doubled. Parallel. Okay? It's paralleled without doubling L at the end. You got it? That's exception number one. Exception number two, if you add one of these suffixes, like ISH, ISM, IST, IZE, that's exception number two. Why? These suffixes start with a vowel. So why don't we double the L at the end? These are exceptions like the word devilish, rationalism, vocalist, nationalize, and so on. So when you think about the L at the end and there is the final end and there is one vowel before it, that makes CVC, we need to double the L all the time with exceptions, the word parallel and the suffixes ISH, ISM, IST, IZE. And of course, exception number three, if you have double vowel before the L, like appeal, here we have EAL, we have VVC, so it's not the CVC rule that we're speaking about, so it doesn't apply. We don't double the L. Appeal, appealing. Kneel, kneeler, kneeler, whatever. So if you have double vowel before the L, don't double the L. With one exception, wool will be woolen. Here we double the L with the word wool and wooling. So, okay, back again for Dia. Dia, focus with me. The rule is so simple. In a simple way, if you have letter L and there is a vowel before it, and there is another consonant, that means you have CVC at the end and the last letter is L. You double the L all the time. If you have a suffix that has a vowel coming to it. So simple. If you have CVC and the last C, which is the last consonant, is letter L, just double the L. Do you have exceptions? Yes, we have exceptions. If you have the word parallel, don't double. If you have any one of these suffixes, don't double. If you have two vowels before the L, don't double. These three exceptions. Again, the word parallel, if you see it, don't double. Any other word, double, no problem. If you have any word with L at the end, and you add ISH, ISM, IST, IZE, don't double. If you have two vowels before L, don't double. Dia, your review. Dia, you can speak now. Still, do you have any problem?
No, sir, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I had a hand here, Tuko. Okay, any question before we start the exercise? Any question about this rule? About doubling the L? If you have a question, you can raise your hand. Dia again? Okay. Yeah, you can speak.
I just didn't understand something. The
What?
ISM, IST, IZE. What are these?
These are suffixes.
I don't understand.
Like, for example, look at the examples after them. Yes, look at the word devil.
Yeah. But they are not CVC.
You want to change this now to an adjective to say devilish. You add ISH.
Yes.
It starts with a vowel, like I. ISH starts with I. So you must double the L. No, that's an exception. If you add ISH, don't double the L before it. If you add ISM, like rationalism, don't double the L before it. If you have IST like vocalist, don't double the L before it. IZE like nationalize, don't double the L before it. You got it?
Yes. Right.
Great. Now, I'm going to take some hands up for the answers. And that's an exercise on page number 61. Page number 61. Okay, if you have your books, you can open your books, page number 61. And the first hand is going to be for Ahmed Omar.
Light or brown.
Omar, you can speak. Ahmed Omar. Quarrel. Can you add ing or ed? And tell me what will happen. Do you make any change here?
Mr. Can I add ER?
As you like. You have three options, ER, ing, ed.
Okay. Quarrel, double the L, and add ER.
Double L, add ER. Thank you. Thank you. You got a point for your team. And now the second point is going to Miriam. Number 2, can you take it?
2. Purple. It will be purple and we will not double the L.
Why you will not double the L?
I know that it's an exception.
No, it's parallel, the other one. That's a propel. It's normal word. The other word, it's parallel. We don't double the word parallel.
Mr. Bridgewater again.
Again, the word that you think that we don't double the L at the end is parallel. This one, it's here.
Mr. Bridgewater.
Page 61. The exercise is on page 61.
Okay, thanks, Mr.
You're welcome. Again, number 2, it's a propeller that will take double L-E-R. Now, I'm going to take the next hand, which is going to be Mujahid. You can take number 3.
Yes. Number
Can you
3.
take, yes.
Yes. Shovel, shoveler. Add an L and AR.
Thank you. That's right. You get a point for your team. Thank you very much for that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course you may.
Can we add ED too?
Yes, shovels.
Yeah. Shovel, shovel.
Yes. Now, Isra Al-Asiri, you can take number 4.
We will add ER without doubling the L.
Yeah, thank you. That's perfect. Why?
Because we have 2 vowels before the L.
Excellent. Because we have 2 vowels, they are busy together. So we're not going to double the L. So that's right. Just add ER and or ED as you like. Because retail means to sell something with a little amount. Many companies, when they have a product, they make outlets to sell this product in retail. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much for this answer. Now, I'm going to take another hand for exercise B.1. And this hand will be Muhammad Salim.
Yes, Mustafa.
You can take exercise B.1.
Mister, can I read the question first?
Yes, you can, of course. All what you need to do is to remove the suffix and tell me what's the end of the word.
It will be submit. SUBMIT.
Thank you. You will remove the double T and the ing.
Yes.
That's right. You got your point. Thank you, Mohammed. Now, the next hand is going to be for Roman al-Hashimi. You can take number 2. Roman, you can answer. Your mic is open, but there's no sound coming out of it. So I think you have a problem with the mic. So let's give it to Ruba. Ruba will take number 2.
Yes,
Yes, you can take number 2, please.
it will be repair.
Hmm.
We will remove the RED.
Yes, we remove the RED at the end. Thank you very much. That's the right answer.
So
Abrahman, you can take number 3.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, so Marshall, we will remove the last LED. This will be Marshall. Only
You
one L.
remove. Yes, that's right. Marshall, that means you organize your ideas in a way, in a systematic, organized way. You put them after each other or next to each other. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mister, I have a question, Mister.
Yes.
What if at the end of the word there are two of the same letter?
How?
I don't know. I don't know an
You,
example,
you,
but
you have double consonant at the end.
yes. What will do if we're going to add a suffix?
That means it's not going to apply. The rule here applies for the CVC. That means one consonant, one vowel, one consonant. It must be CVC to double.
Thank you, Mister.
You're welcome. Now, number 4 will go to Lana Abbas.
Sniveler, I'll cancel ER and also one L. It will
Thank
be
you.
with one L.
Yeah, thank you. It will be just a snivel with one L without LER at the end. And the snivel or the sniveler is a person that you don't like to deal with as a bad person or weak person. Thank you very much for that. That's the right answer. The rest of the page 61 will be homework. I guess you understand this up to now. Now, all your hands down. All your hands down, all of you. Now, before we move to the next rule, hands up only for questions. If you have any question regarding the doubling in rule at the end, raise your hand. Yeah, you can speak.
Number 3, B. I didn't hear it.
Number 3?
Yes, B.
Exercise B. Marshall, it will be Marshall without L-E-D at the end. We cancel L-E-D at the end.
Okay.
Because we remove the suffix, which is ED, and we remove the double L that we doubled.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Any other question? Thank you. That means you understand the rule. Thank you very much for that. Toqa, I have a question here. You can speak.
Mister, can you say in letter A, one and 2 again?
Exercise A, 1 and 2.
Yes.
Okay, it can be quarreled. Just add LED.
Yes.
Propeller. LER.
Okay.
Because we have CVC and L at the end, we double the L.
Yes. Okay, thanks, Mister.
You're welcome. Now, that means you got this rule about doubling the L. Thanks to Allah, we move to the next rule. That's an easy rule, a piece of cake. So this rule means if you join words, what happens? If you join words, for example, all and ready. And for this, by the way, you need to open your booklet part 2, week 27. Week 27. You have 30 seconds to open your booklets. Week 27, booklet part 2. The spelling booklet. Done? Week 27. Great. On these papers that you have in front of you, we're going to discuss Rule 8 and Rule 9 about joining words together. This rule is so simple. All what you need to do is to add the words. Like, for example, bookkeeper without any change, roommate without any change, firearms like a shotgun without any change. But we have some exceptions. We have some exceptions, like the word all and the word well here. Anytime you have the word all or the word well before another word, you drop the L, like also, already, here, I'm sorry, although, welcome, welfare. If you can see, all these words start with all, so we drop the L, we keep one L only, and welcome, we drop one L and we keep one L. The same way here. So we add the words together, we stick them to each other only to make a compound noun or a compound word, with exception for all and well, on some other words, like oneself. For example, look here. One of the exceptions, the word oneself. It should be one's self. But when you join them, you have one S and one S, you drop this. So it becomes oneself. Past time must be past time. But we're going to have two T's here, so we drop one of them. So it will be past time. Wherever, the same way. Where, ever. You have E and E. We drop one of them. To join the words, we remove the repetition. When there's repetition, we remove one of them. These are the exceptions for all, for well, and for repetition. I hope you got it. Now, if you have any question before we move to the questions, raise your hand. Now, that's week 27. That's week 27. Now, I'm going to take some of your hands up to answer these. Wait, that's 27, actually. Yes. To answer these words. Just take a look first on this box. You have almost, you have already, you have always, you have everybody, you have forehead. That's a normal word, no problem. You have maybe, you have past time, you have something, you have themselves, and you can see the change here. Themselves. Them. When you join it with self, you change self to selves, because now it's plural, so it has to match. Together, it has two parts, to and gather. So when you join them, you change gather to be gather, together. I hope you're ready to answer this exercise, part 3, and the first hand will be Safe the yazan. You can't take the first one.
It will gonna be remove one L. Mister,
Mister,
can
where
you
is
hear me?
one, Mister?
Yes?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Remove the L, one L from all,
Yes?
and write all and with.
That's perfect. Thank you. So always with one L.
Yes.
You got your point. Thank you. And the next answer will be for Haneen Salam. Haneen, number 2 is for you.
Everybody. It will be the same.
The same, no change. That's right.
Yes.
Thank you. Saif Ayman, you can take number 3.
Hello, Miss.
Hi, Saif. How are you?
Okay.
Great.
Themselves will delete F and we'll add the VES.
That's right. It will be themselves because you're talking about plural pronoun here. Thank you. So it will be themselves. That's right. Now, the next will be for Mariam Sayed.
We will cross L and put almost. We'll drop
That's
one
right.
of the L.
Drop one L from O. That's right. So you got the idea now. You can finish this exercise and this week by yourself. So the rest of the week 27, will be homework. Now, if you have any question, all your hands down. If you have any question, hands up. Hands up only for questions. Rowan and Miriam, you have questions? Miriam and Rowan, do you have any? That means yes.
Yes, I have one.
Yeah.
In part 1, question 1.
Yeah.
I can't figure out the answer.
Just a moment. It is said that baseball is America's favorite. It can be already. It can be always.
I put already in question 4.
So it will be always.
Always. It's the answer of question 5.
So baseball is America's favorite. It's not almost, it's more, not always, not everybody, not forehead, not together, not themselves. America's favorite. Really? Pastime, maybe. Just a second, stay with me. I think we didn't have any other option but pastime.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. Pastime.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's weird a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. You're welcome. Now we finish this one. We go to the next rule. That's week 27. We're done, and we're done with rule 8 and rule 9. Now we go back to our slide and discuss slide number 17 with the rule. Yes, rule number 10. It's a piece of cake. Dealing with a prefix is a piece of cake. For rule number 10, you need to open your book, page number 40. Page number 40. Now, go open your books, page number 40, because we're going to have an exercise on this. It's so simple. Just if you have a prefix with a word, put the prefix before the root word, and that's it. Any change? No. There is no change. There's no exception. Just put the prefix before the word, and that's it. Page number 40. Some exercises. And that means some hands up. And the first hand is going to be okay, what about these silent students at the end? The same students every time. What about the others? I don't want to say names, but I want to see hands up. I have some students that never raised their hands, like Muhannad, where are you? Mariam Hani, where are you? Mamnoon, I never heard your voice. Joanna, someone with iPhone. Hessa, sometimes I see your hand. Haneen sometimes, but where are the others? It's so simple, just add the prefix before the word. Okay, so for those students with hands up, page number 40, and the first hand will be Save the Yazan. Take number 1, please.
It's gonna be dissatisfied without any change.
Thank you. Number 2 will be Tuqa.
It will be disappear without any change. We'll add this only.
Excellent. Exercise B will be for Abdurrahman Kurdi.
It will be misbehavior. No change too.
Thank you. Point 2 will be for Lana Abbas.
Misconception.
Misconception. That's right. That will be for AM. Who's AM? Mr. or Mrs. AM? There is no AM here.
He's Ayham, Mister.
That's you, AM?
No. I'm Muhammad. He's Ayham.
Ayham. Ayham, do you copy? Do you hear us? Can you take number 3? Hi, Ayham. Long time no see. Come on. Number 3, can you take it? Calculation.
Miscalculation.
Any change?
Mister, do you hear my voice?
I hear it clearly. Do you have any change here?
Yes.
What change?
No, nothing, Mister. I'm sorry.
Yes, nothing. No change. Thank you. And Roba, you can take number 4. Interpretation. What is Roba?
Yes, Mister. Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you clearly. Interpretation.
There is no any change.
Yes, you will add miss in the beginning. It will be misinterpretation, and that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
So I think the rest of the exercise, the rest of the page is so easy for you. Just add the prefix before the root word, and that gives you the meaning that you wish. Every prefix has a different meaning. That depends on the prefix, like dis, un, in. These prefixes give the negative or the opposite meaning. You have re to tell you it happens again, and so on. So all your hands down before we move to the next rule. Hands down, and put your hands up only for questions. Any hands up for questions? So I have only Diya, Muhammad Salim, and Rowan. So if you have questions, I will take Rawan first. Rawan, do you have a question? Rawan Al-Hashimi? Okay, Muhammad Salim, do you have a question?
No, Mister.
So put your hand down. Dia, you have a question?
Yes.
Yes.
I have a question. Do we have any exceptions
No.
in these questions?
No exceptions
can
for
double-
a prefix.
Double S in this or this?
No, 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 no. If you have a prefix, just add the prefix before the word.
Yeah.
That's it, without any exception. Thank you. Rowan, you're still here? Okay, now that means we're done with this rule and we move to the next rule. Now we're heading to rule 11. Actually, we have just 1 minute or less than 1 minute. So we're gonna stop here. We're gonna stop by rule 10. And remember this, your homework is going to be like this. Page 61, page 40, and week 27. We have less than 1 minute. So that will be the end. Next time, inshallah, we're gonna start rule 11 until the end of the slide with a lot of exercises and weeks. So consider this the end of the session and the end of the week. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Study well, take care of yourselves, and see you next week, inshallah. Bye.